All right, welcome back to the Shaved In, everybody. Today we're going to be taking another look at a different soap. This is the Lime Zest by Taylor of Old Bond Street. I kind of became a fan of the lime or citrus lines after I tried the Captain's Choice. Pretty good. So when you get Taylor of Old Bond Street, they always come with this little plastic cap on top. Just smelling it straight out of the can, it is very, very zesty, limey. Best way I can describe it, honestly, if you ever made like lime flavored like Jello. Perfect example. Lime flavored Jello. It's that, if you smell the powder, it has that very distinct, strong, I don't want to say artificial, because it doesn't really smell artificial. It smells like a lime. But that's what's popping into my head when I'm smelling it. I'm like, oh, it brings me back to like that Jello powder that's lime flavored. But it smells good. Expecting good things from it. Taylor of Old Bond Street always makes good stuff. Going to be using the Yaki brush. I've had it soaking in some warm water here. Get the hairs nice and softened up. That is the coolest looking brush. I'm just so, obsessed with this brush recently. Super cool. Really been liking it. But let's see here. I do notice the bristles of the Badger compared to synthetic. It really likes to tear through the soap, especially like Taylor of Old Bond Street, where it's a softer base soap. Kind of got to be careful not to overdo it, otherwise you'll just like super overload. So I got some dirty lather there, but it looks like I've got quite a bit of soap out of the jar, and you can't really tell just by looking at the brush, so you kind of got to be mindful of that. I am going to use the lathering bowl for this. Just get a nice proper lather, because I'm trying to experiment with loading the Badger brush. I'm not, see, look, it absorbs so much. And that's kind of the beauty of using Badger over synthetic, is it's just, it's a stiffer brush, and you get a really good lather going here. I'm gonna need to add a little bit of water here. There we go, it's looking better. Yeah, holy cow. That's what I'm talking about, look at that. Excellent. All right, got the brush loaded up. I'm breaking out the Edwin Jagger again. I haven't used it for a little while now. I have a fresh Wilkinson blade loaded up into this already. For the pre-shave, I'm using Parasso Sensitive Skin. I have about 3 days worth of growth here, and I want to try and cause as little irritation as possible. So we're going to use everything as far as getting it nice and slick, so there's not going to be as much drag. Also, one thing that's weird that I noticed, so Taylor of Old Bond Street, they have really good, they call them aftershave lotions. It's more of like a cologne, but it's like their splashes. So for my other one, the Gentleman's aftershave lotion. Let me see here. This one is Mr. Taylor's. So here's my other one, Mr. Taylor. Okay, so they sell these in a set for the Mr. Taylor scent. They do not sell a splash for the Lime Zest. So I'm finding out they don't sell a splash for a lot of their soap lines. Just the super classic ones, like the Sandalwood they do, the Mr. Taylor they do, and some other college graduate or college something. So they also sell a splash for that one. I tried looking on West Coast Shaving, tried looking on Taylor of Old Bond Street's actual website over in the UK, and they just don't have matching splashes for all of their soaps. Thought it was kind of odd, but I still wanted to really try the Lemon Zest one or the Lime Zest, just because I do like the citrus ones. I'm starting to find out it's different, it's refreshing, it's a nice summer scent, even though we're getting very quickly into wintertime here. It's still nice to kind of have different soaps to go with rather than just the standard musky, tobacco-y, you know, barbershop scent soaps. Anyways, since there is no splash, I think I'm gonna try using, I got this new thing here called Osage, and excuse me if I'm pronouncing it incorrectly, Osage or Osage rub. Supposed to be like a really old school splash basically. So the invigorating splash for head and face. Apply briskly for that all over tingly feeling. So had a lot of positive reviews. Great price. I think I paid like 12 bucks for this giant thing. It'll last you forever. Haven't tried it yet, so I'm excited. So anyways, gonna get the face washed off, some warm water here. I'll get the pre-shave put on here and we'll get into it. I do like to try and get as much warm water on my face just for the sake of the video. I'm not gonna sit here and splash my face for, you know, 30 seconds or so, but ideally it is important to put like a hot towel or something on your face if you have time to do it. Similar to your brushes, you know, when you soak them in warm water, there's a purpose behind that. It softens the bristles. Excuse me, I'm just getting over a cold here. It softens the bristles and it makes it easier to apply. So the same thing's gonna happen with your facial hair. You use nice warm water on your face or like a hot towel on your face prior to shaving. It's gonna soften those hairs. It's gonna make it easier to cut down those hairs as opposed to just going straight at it. So just little things that I've learned to try and help reduce the irritation. At one point, shaving was so painful and unbearable that I went to electric, and that was a big mistake until I started actually going into the old school way of shaving, the proper way of wet shaving, and learning all the different products that are out there that are designed to help with sensitive skin. So, all right, let's get into it. Yeah, it smells good. Look at that. Creamy, rich. Okay, wow. Once you have it on your face, okay, I don't know if there's menthol in this. My face is getting cold. The soap just might have gotten cold. We'll find out. Taylor of Old Bond Street has a really awesome blend. As somebody else commented in one of the other videos, either with the, I think it's Enchanted Forest or Royal Forest, or Mr. Taylor. It takes some time if you're used to shaving with, let's say, a clown fruit, for example, hard puck, okay? You can really get in there with those brushes with the hard pucks. If you did that with Taylor of Old Bond Street, you're gonna literally scoop out the entire tub of soap. It's a very, very soft, almost lotion-like texture, but with that, it makes it super, super easy to create the lather. But if you're going from a hard puck soap to a super soft, lotiony soap, you got to relearn that water to soap ratio, because you can still get the same effect where it's too thick on your face. You're going to create that drag that you're trying to avoid. But overall, it's a very nice soap to use. I have noticed with Taylor of Old Bond Street is I have to really wash out the sink after I'm done shaving with it. I just had my, had to go get a snake for my drain and realized when I was using the Taylor of Old Bond Street, because I really was liking it, I was using it pretty much every day. When you wash it down, it kind of has a different consistency, and I think it's because they're tallow based. These are supposed to be tallow based. Potassium hydroxide, coconut fatty acid, glycerin, perfume. So whatever they use in there, I notice when I shave with Taylor of Old Bond Street, it'll actually coat my sink to where when I am like washing my hands later, the water will kind of bead up and not really go down. It's like best way I can describe it is like an oil or a fat base. Like if you cook bacon or something, you let it sit in the pan for a little too long and you try to put water on it, you see that it kind of does a chemical reaction to where the water it's not soluble in water. So when I was making the videos and whatnot, I don't like to run the sink, you know, trying to be somewhat water conscious with it at the same time. But I've noticed with Taylor Bond Street, if I don't crank on the hot water after I'm done making a video with this soap specifically, the pipe lining will slowly pick up this soap specifically. I nicked myself. It got so bad to where the water stopped draining and I had to go buy a snake, and I sent it down the drain and a big old hard chunk of the soap comes falling out. And it was the most bizarre thing. But after that, I started running just a very light, you know, warm water as I'm shaving, specifically with Taylor Bond Street, to help prevent that from happening. Haven't had an issue with it since, but something to keep in mind. If you're using, I'm almost positive it's tallow basic, and I don't like doing the research on it and trying to make me sound like I'm some sort of expert. Just an average dude, likes to get soaps, likes to, you know, find different scents, different soap profiles, how they feel on the skin, find stuff that works for my face. Also, I like doing the videos just on the side for fun. But yeah, run the warm water through it again. I haven't had that issue again. So just be mindful if you are going to be using this a lot. Either have a bowl. I hear, you know, some of the other reviewers I like to watch, they use a bowl to wash off their blade. I just don't have the sink space to do that, honestly. So I just do a quick run under the water. Hopefully it's not too annoying for you guys. But with this soap, it will back up your drains over time if you don't really flush it through with warm water to get everything out to the sewers. So I'm gonna splash my face off, gonna do a second pass here. Think myself pretty good. Going a little too fast, a lot of growth. Again, that's the tugging. I mentioned in some other videos, if you let your hair grow out a lot, you're gonna run into issues to where no matter how sharp of a blade you have, brand new of a blade, aggressive you have, it's a lot of hair. And you're having to cut through a lot of hair and it's clogging your razor and it's gonna start catching and tugging and pulling. And that's when you're gonna start getting stuff like this. But not a big deal. It's skin, it grows back. We'll hit that with the Styptic before we're done here. Really enjoying the scent of this. If you're looking for a lime-based scent, it's not, I thought it was mentholated for a second. It's not. It's just the soap got cold before I started putting it on. Nice creamy soap. Excellent citrus scent. I would say they did a better job at the citrus scent or the lime scent specifically on the Taylor Bond Street, comparing it to Captain's Choice. But you're also paying about double the cost. But Taylor Bond Street is known to have excellent soaps, very user-friendly, and the face always feels good after I use it. The post-shave is great. The only thing I wish is they would increase the amount of splashes to their scents, because they have a pretty decent selection of scents, surprisingly. And I was shocked to see that they don't really have any splashes. I'm a big splash guy. I think if you're gonna have a soap, you should have the matching splash. I mean, if you went out of your way to look for a scent that you really enjoy, a splash is super important to shaving. And for them not to have a matching splash, I was kind of taken back. I was like, why wouldn't they do that? One, for a marketing or a profit reason, for people like me who like to have all matching splashes with their soaps. But for the people who really want to wear that scent, they only have the soap. And I mean, it's not going to do you any good if you use the soap. I'm going to do a third pass on these two spots just because I got so much hair. And I got myself good. Because I mean, it doesn't do you any good to throw on a different splash. You'd have to have a splash kind of like, and that's actually why I bought this guy. Because I don't want to cover up really the scent, but I don't know also if this is going to have its own scent to it. But I don't know, I just find it strange to where you can have a scented soap, but then they expect you to not either use a splash altogether or to completely cover up the scent of the soap you just put on your face with somebody else's perfumed splash, which makes no sense to me at all. But to each his own. I'm kind of a splash snob to where I enjoy having the matching splashes so I can really enjoy and appreciate that scent throughout the day. Some of you may not feel that way. Some of you may have a splash, just a unscented witch hazel splash. Cool. If that works for you and that's what you like to use, it's good for your skin, by all means. But I personally prefer to have matching soap with matching splash. That way it's kind of a powerhouse on your face, lasts longer throughout the day. Taylor Old Bond Street's the Mr. Taylor's splash. Excellent. All right, gonna get the face washed off here with some cold water, and we'll go ahead and give the Osage or Osage rub a go here. Diptych real quick, close it all up. Yeah, when you're drying your face, at least for me, I try not to wipe. I try to dab it dry just to create less drag. I got a little bit of almost a razor rash here. I don't know why. Could be also the weather is getting colder and drier, and every time this year my hands get super dried. Oh my God, that burned. All right. All right, let that sit for a second. These things are brutal, but they're a must. Otherwise, you're gonna be walking around with a bunch of pieces of toilet paper on your face, looking like you don't know how to shave. Very nice. All right, let's go ahead and give this a whirl. Let me see here. I don't know if this is alcohol-based. Yes, it is. Water, alcohol denatured, menthol, eucalyptus globulus leaf oil, citronellol. So it's going to be like a mentholy, herby. Yeah, holy cow. Almost smells medicinal. All right, holy crap, that comes out fast. All right, here we go. Oh yeah. Oh gosh. Oh. Yeah. Oh man. Very, very mentholy, alcohol-based for sure. Holy cow, my face is on fire. Woo, good grief. It's kind of like a pain you kind of learn to love when you're experimenting with different splashes and whatnot. It's good for your skin to close the pores. Holy cow, that menthol is freaking powerful. My eyes are going nuts. All right, I'll wash my hands out here. Interesting. Not bad, but if you're gonna try it, be ready. Because that is, holy cow, that menthol is insane. That's almost as bad or even worse than the star jelly I got here. This stuff, you put the pre-shave from Phoenix Ours on your face, the mentholated star jelly prickly pear pre-shave. It's almost hard to keep your eyes open. You can see my eyes are getting all red from the menthol just coming up in my face. But nice classic barbershop kind of scent. I've been to a few barbers to where they kind of put that splash on like your neck. It's hard to describe it. Not bad. I'd definitely use it again. I'd use it for, like, for example, for today. Interesting. So it almost has, best way I can describe the splash is if you took like a classic barbershop scent, but then melted a cough drop in it. That's the best way I can describe it. It's kind of odd. It's kind of herby scented, but nonetheless, it still feels good. My face feels nice and cool now. It feels refreshed. It feels soft. Excellent. As to be expected with Taylor of Old Bond Street. All of their post shaves are always super nice. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, this was Taylor of Old Bond Street's Lime Zest shaving cream here. Please tell me what you guys like, what you don't like in the videos, what you'd like to see less of, what you'd like to see more of. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.